Is the USDA has indicated to states that if this shutdown stretches into November, if this shutdown goes past that 1 month mark, and it certainly looks like it may, food assistance programs like SNAP may be the next victim of a prolonged shutdown. In fact, I think we have some video of the state of government, the website in the state of Minnesota this morning. They've indicated that they've received notice that a shutdown going into November will impact food assistance programs. And their website goes on to say that as of last night at 10 p.m., they're no longer accepting new applications. This is the part I was talking about. No longer accepting new applications for food SNAP benefits. So we're already talking about the impact on SNAP in Minnesota. I was just speaking with our Scripps News group in Denver. They're seeing local impacts there of new SNAP applications not being approved this morning because of this prolonged shutdown. Certainly doesn't look like SNAP will be saved like WIC was saved, the Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children. The Trump administration is using tariff revenues to keep that going. The president's used research and development funds to pay troops. It doesn't look like SNAP, which tens of millions of Americans rely on for food on their table, it doesn't look like that may be heading in that direction should this shutdown again be prolonged. One development, again, is that there is no development. And here's leader.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Psychology Eats. So what's eating you? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope this video finds you in great mental health. If this is your first time visiting the channel, hello and welcome to the channel. I am a reaction channel and I do reactions on pretty much whatever I want to do a reaction on or what is trending out in the world. And today, we are in crisis here in the United States. And the people that are most affected by this political crisis are people who are considered poor based on their income guidelines. And many of these people use a resource that we have in this country called food stamps or SNAP program. And we are very blessed in this country that we have a system made to assist people in their time of need. But the program is now under fire due to political affiliations, political decision. We can't worry about. Right now, we have to try to figure out how people will be fed, how children, the disabled, veterans, the working poor can get food if food stamps are cut off in November 2025. And so I've come up with some to be proactive, what you can do if you receive federal food stamps, and we're going to just anticipate that the food stamp program will not be available in November. And so that means you go to use your card, your SNAP card, or whatever they call it in your state, and there's not going to be any funding on the card. What should you do? Well, you don't want to wait until November 2025. You want to be proactive right now. At the time of this video, it's October 19th, it's October 20th. So you want to be proactive right now. So the first thing I would say, let me backtrack and say a little bit that I work in mental health for many years, social services, and so I get the population of people that use these benefits. And so let me say where my suggestion on what you can do. And like I said, you want to be proactive right now. The first thing you can do is contact any churches in your area that you know or have some awareness that they have a food giveaway. Many churches do have food giveaways. Maybe they do it once a month, twice a week, once a week. You need to call around to the different churches, find out what their food giveaway program requirements are. Many of them do not have requirements. All you got to do is show up on the day that they're giving away food, and you get there and you'll get your free food. Now, because November is going to be a lot of people who are looking for, free food and assistance with that, they may be taking a list. They might be gathering together a list because they know they have limitations on what they can offer. So I would say call those local churches and get your name on their list. Second place you can contact are local food banks. Get your name on those lists. Feeding America, you might want to go on their website, find out what their network is, find out in your city, in your state, where the local food banks are, the bigger food banks. Go get your name on the list. If there are requirements that need to be met, make sure you have everything. You might need all of your children's birth certificates, whatever they're asking for. Gather that information up right now in October, because you only have a couple of more weeks before November, and then your food stamps are going to be gone. Another suggestion is to talk to your local grocery store. Grocery stores, and I would encourage them to donate. Encourage those local grocery stores to donate. Ask them if they're willing to donate food instead of dumping it in the dumpsters. That's a way that you can be proactive. I would ask a manager, if you know you're going to be throwing away food that is still perfectly good, can I come in and can I have it? They only can say yes or no. Okay, so that's another way. I would also suggest that you contact your local congressman. That's easily Googled. Find out who your local congress people are and give them a call and say, you know what, I'm going to be negatively affected by this cut in SNAP services and food stamps. Contact them and say, what do you want me to do? Where should I go in order to feed my children? I don't have enough money, or my disabled cousin, or whatever the situation is. They need to hear directly from the people who are going to be affected by this change or no SNAP benefits starting November 2025. And then the last one, in which I'm going to show you a couple of clips, is, and this is not to down anybody, but there is good food in the dumpsters. There is absolutely edible food that is being thrown away from grocery stores, restaurants that are in the dumpster. And it's a sad time in American history, one of the richest countries in the world, that people actually have been dumpster diving for food for years. So much so that some of the dumpsters are locked in order to keep people out of them. However, desperate times calls for desperate measures. And so you have the option to go and take food out of the dumpsters. And I'm going to show you a clip of that people do that on a regular basis. Even without being in this crisis, people are taking food out of dumpsters. And so that is your another option. Comment down below. What options would you suggest people do once if this happens and SNAP benefits are cut off in November? Also, even if SNAP is reinstated in November, there are going to be new guidelines regarding the SNAP program. And so for many people, they're not going to meet the guideline requirements. And so you may automatically, based on that, be cut off of the SNAP program anyway. So in conclusion, be proactive. Don't wait until the last minute. Figure out a game plan right now. What are you going to do when those benefits are cut off. If this is not directly affecting you, but it's affecting someone that's close to you, or an elderly person that may not be able to make these phone calls or get out there and figure out where food services are going to be, help somebody else. If it's not affecting your household, if you know somebody else's household is going to be affected by it, pass a blessing on to them. Help them figure out what they're going to do. And with that being said, I bid you all farewell. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.